Now we will talk about the types of distribution channel. Okay. So first is direct sale. So what is direct sale? This is the most simplest form of distribution channel which involves only the manufacturer and the customers. Just there is a manufacturer and the manufacturer directly sells the product to the customers. So it is the most simplest form of distribution channel, direct sale. Okay, like suppose Bata shoes. Directly from manufacturer house, they goes to the stores. The stores are of Bata only and they sell it to the customers. Direct sale. Next comes sale through retailers. So sale through retailers, what happens? Retailers may be a shop, maybe a departmental store. Okay, that manufactures the goods from whom? From the manufacturer and resell it to the final customer. So what is here? Manufacturer, retailer, customers. So here retailers are the shops, the departmental stores that are directly purchasing from the manufacturer and reselling the products to the customer. So this is sale through retailers. So number 1 is direct sale, which is the simplest form of distribution channel. Number 2 is what? Sale through retailers. Number 3, sale through wholesalers. Sale through wholesaler. Now here the wholesaler is also known as stockist or distributor. Okay. So what is this channel? Manufacturer selling the products to whom? Wholesaler. Wholesaler selling to retailer, and retailer then sells to customers. So here manufacturer from the wholesaler first purchases the goods from the manufacturer, and the wholesaler then distributes to different retailers, and the retailers then sells to the final customers. This is the most common distribution channel that is followed. Most common. Okay. Next comes number 4, sale through agent. Sale through agent. Manufacturer, agent, wholesaler, retailer, consumer. So sale through agent. Now there are two types of agent. One is the sole selling agent. Another is the carrying and forwarding agent. So first this agent takes goods from the manufacturer, sells to the wholesaler, wholesaler to retailer, retailer to consumer. Okay. Now what is the difference between sole selling and carrying and forwarding agent? Now this sole selling agent have a wide distribution network. They have a wide distribution network. They know the salesperson, they know the wholesaler, they know the retailers. They have a wide coverage area. They have information, they have a wide network, this sole selling agent. So they performs not only the function of marketing but also the function of distribution. The sole selling agent is not only marketing the products but also distributing the products and earns a large margin. The sole selling agent. Always you will know that this in between wholesalers, they do not get that margin that the retailers could earn. Because the wholesaler have to sell at a price to the retailer so that the retailer could again charge a profit on that price and sell to the consumer. So always the highest price is charged by the retailers only to the consumers. This manufacturer, wholesaler, they just cannot earn huge amount of profit that is earned by the retailer. Never possible. Because they have to sell at a price so that the retailer can again resell it. Okay, and in between comes this sole selling agent. This sole selling agent, they act as a distribution network. They have a huge network. They have a huge network of people where they could market the product of the manufacturer and also distribute them. And the carrying and forwarding agent, what they do, they just distribute the goods to the wholesaler. They do not perform any marketing function. They are just forwarding the goods. They are just carrying the goods from the manufacturer and forwarding it to the wholesalers. Here they are performing the marketing activities, that is, they are reselling goods also. But here they do not resell any goods. They are just acting as a carrying and forwarding agent. They are carrying the goods, forwarding it to whom? The wholesalers. This is the difference between wholesaling and carrying and forwarding agent. So what are the types? Very easy. Direct sale, simplest form. Sale through retailer, sale through wholesaler, sale through agent. Two types of agents, wholesaling and carrying and forwarding agent. Who does the resale part? This one, they do not do the resale part. They are just distributing the products. Is it okay? Okay. Now what are the factors that affects the choice of distribution channel by a marketer? What are the factors? So there are factors based on which the marketer will decide his distribution channel, right? So what are the factors? Number one, nature of the product. Nature of the product. If the product is of perishable nature, এমন প্রোডাক্ট যেটা তাড়াতাড়ি পচে যাবে, নষ্ট হয়ে যাবে, পেরিশেবল, fish, you know na, nature of the product, fresh fish, milk, they will not stay for long. Bread, then such product must have a short channel of distribution. Manufacturer থেকে direct চলে যাচ্ছে consumer কাছে. The channel must be short. Otherwise তো জিনিসটাই নষ্ট হয়ে যাবে. If there is a long distribution channel, দুদিন ধরে যদি if milk from the manufacturer it takes 2 days to get delivered to the final consumer, then the milk, it will get perished, correct? But if the product is of durable nature, like fridge, television, then the channel is a long channel of distribution. So based on what product the marketer is selling, the marketer have to decide his distribution channel. Is it okay? Next, nature of the market. Next is what? Nature of the market. If the marketer means if the product is industrial product, means what are industrial product? This product will be used for further production. Certain industrial product which will be not consumed directly, rather it will be used for further production. Then the channel is short. But in case of consumer products, means if the products will be consumed directly after manufacturing, the products will be consumed directly. In that case, the channel will be long. Is it okay? Next comes size of the market. Now, if the marketer is having a huge, wide area of market, if the marketer is having, it is a large area, okay, large market area, then the marketer will always go for a long distribution channel. But if the manufacturer is a small manufacturer, it will select a small channel. Correct. And if the manufacturer wants to just avoid complexity, then it will always prefer what? Short distribution channel, because the more the thing gets longer, the more it becomes complex. So size of the market is another factor that should be kept in mind before deciding or selecting the distribution channel. Number 4, cost of the channel. Of course, we have to think about the cost of the channel. We have to compare because if the channel cost, if the distribution cost increases, the product price will also increase. So we have to focus on this cost of channel mandatorily in order to select our distribution channel. Number 5 is distribution intensity. Distribution intensity. So if the marketer have a extensive distribution intensity, means the marketer distributes product, the manufacturer or the marketer wants to distribute product to all outlet. Extensive. What is the distribution pattern? Extensive distribution. Then what? Of course a long channel will be required. But if the marketer wants to make exclusive distribution, make the product available through one outlet only. There are two types of distribution type: extensive, exclusive. So extensive means what? The marketer wants to distribute the product to all outlets, and exclusive means to a selected or to selected outlets. Based on this also the distribution channel will depend, right? So first was nature of the product, then was nature of the market, size of the market, cost of the channel, distribution intensity. Two types of distribution: exclusive, extensive. Extensive means the marketer wants to make the product available in all the outlets. Exclusive means wants to make the product available in a particular outlet. Number 6 comes time of distribution. Now you have to see which channel, you have to compare the distribution channel in order to see which channel is distributing the goods at the quickest. So time of distribution is another factor to be kept in mind. Now government policy is another thing which we need to focus, because government has several restrictions on products like wine, narcotics, right? So we have to look after the government policy as well. Competition, we have to look after our competitors' distribution channel. We have to look after them, and we need to then decide our distribution channel. If our competitor is having a very good distribution channel, very quick delivery, uninterrupted, our distribution channel must be like that only. Otherwise, we will lose our market. Next is reach. So the distribution channel must be such which is easily accessible by the customers, right? If the customers cannot access the goods, then the distribution channel is of no use. So we have to make such distribution channel which would be easily available by which is easily available to our customers, and the customers could easily avail those distribution channels. So what are the factors? Nature of the product, nature of the market, size of the market, cost, distribution intensity, two types: extensive, exclusive. Time of distribution, yes, we have to compare all the channels and see which channel is delivering the goods at its quickest. Government policy, competitors' distribution channel, and what reach, whether it's reaching our target customers or not, whether our target customers could avail the products or not. These are the things, or the factors we need to keep in mind while deciding the pathway or the bridge that reduces the gap between the manufacturer and the final consumer. So this is the distribution channel. So today we are done with our pricing chapter. Next day we will start product. Okay, so thank you class.